Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Bike Talk with BikeLane. Today we're going to be talking about the different bike disciplines, and we're going to be talking about in specific commuting bikes, and we're going to touch on kids bikes. My name is Ed.
I'm Fernando. Wilmer.
And I am Frankie with a Y.
Don't forget that Y.
All right.
Welcome back, guys. A pleasure.
So
Yes, sir.
this is a huge topic. So commuting bikes is going to be your everyday bike. You're a hardcore street rider who's riding their bike to work, riding it through the park, riding it to grandma's house, riding it to the lady's house, whatever you need to do on your bike, to the grocery store, for work, whatever.
Facts.
And it's very important to point out there's no such thing as a wrong commuting bike. Well, kind of. You could grab your downhill bike and you could be pedaling it down the street.
dual suspension.
I mean,
We know people that do it.
Yeah.
but wait.
One
it's still
particular
commuting.
person.
It's still commuting, yeah. And it's not efficient commuting, but it's commuting. So what would be an efficient commuting bike?
Well, one of the main bikes that you look for when you think about commuting is a hybrid. Hybrid is
Excuse the J train. We've had complaints about the train like that.
Right. So a hybrid is pretty much a mix between a road bike and a mountain bike. It's a little in between of both, has a few aspects of both bikes. Hybrid can be used pretty much for anything. Most hybrid bikes have like little spots where you can put racks, things like that. Attach some bags onto there.
So let's further break down hybrid. So a hybrid can be several different types of bikes. So there's flat bar hybrids. There's going to be your comfort hybrids. There's going to be like your trekking bike.
Right.
So a hybrid that we're talking about, that Wilmer's talking about, is flat bar road bike, which
Right.
is going to be your more average commuting bike.
Like something like that one right there.
That's a 2020, bro.
It's the giant fast road. So this fast road happens to be more of a road bike instead of a mountain bike. So different style hybrids will have different style geometry. So this geometry is made to be a little tighter, made to be a little more aggressive. So depending on the style rider and the type of ride they want to do. So if you want to get hardcore, if you want to be ripping into the streets like Fern does, you get something a little tighter, something that can respond a little faster and take a little more abuse.
Now,
Beat.
but of course, that isn't for everyone, because one of the main things to take into account when deciding on your bike is the type of roads you go through.
Oh, so
you
important.
work. So, for example, say you work on Metropolitan, and then you live around Woodhaven. So, you want to ride through Forest Park. There's paved roads, and there's also some dirt roads. So you can get a bike that would be good for both. So you can have some nice narrow tires, but yet still knobby. So to get in between both,
Yeah.
hardcore.
A hybrid basically it allows you to do everything you want in just one bike.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah,
A
because
little bit.
we do have some hybrid bikes like the Giant Rome. That is a very good hybrid bike. They do come with suspension bike, and I'm 100% sure it does come with some knobby panel racers. So that just basically shows you that it can be used for anything. Like if you guys want, like you could take it up to force, and you won't have that problem of my bike feels too stiff. Like
Right.
the bike will adapt to basically anything, and you'll be able to ride it and use it to go to the supermarket, to go anywhere. Like it can be used for anything, and that's what's so cool about them.
So
And
that particular model, the Rome, the giant Rome, is more like the mountain bike, rugged style
right.
of
So-
hybrid bike.
Dual sport.
Yeah.
So I just want to clear up that every company, and when you go to their website, they have their specific names for every style bike. Some companies are a little different, but the hybrid mountain style bikes are considered dual sport bikes or crossover bikes.
So another thing that you want to take into account when going for your bike is how long do you plan? Well, how long is your commute? Because you want to make sure you are prepared for everything.
Yeah.
So something that you would want to bring with you would be something like a patch kit or some tools, say if you have a long commute. So something, for example, would be this bad boy right here. Comes with your pump, multi-tool, patch kit, tire levers, and a nice little storage case. Bang. So this is very good for someone that has the long commutes. You know, you don't want to get stuck anywhere with a flat. You always want to be prepared.
Yeah, that falls under your gear. One thing that I like to really focus on, because a lot of people, they go on long rides. I know that there is an app called Strava, and basically you record how long you ride, and people compete and you get achievements. So a lot of people, they come in, they get a new bike. New bikes, they mostly usually have like that panel seat where it's so skinny and doesn't have no cushion.
Right.
So that's one point where I like to really touch down on, because if you're gonna be doing a lot of riding, you want something that has a lot of cushioning.
Right.
Or if you're gonna be doing like a lot of like kind of standing up and sitting down on the bike once in a while, then that's when I would recommend more of a slim seat, but that still has gel, but not very, very skinny, something that is a little thick. But if it's going to be a long riding, I always like to recommend something that has a lot of plush, because if you're going to be sitting, you do get tired. So,
Well, there's some hybrid bikes that actually come with
Yeah.
cushiony seats.
That's also when geometry of the bike and the style handlebar and the style hybrid that it is comes into play. So if you have a comfort hybrid, you're going to be sitting more upright. It straightens out your posture, so you're more of a relaxed feel. So when you're in a relaxed feel, you don't really want something flat. You're going to want something that has a little shape to it. So that's why most of them come with a bigger seat and more of a scooped seat, so you can sit kind of like in like a big cup. You're like in there like and then you're able to feel comfortable while sitting upright. And it's a very comfortable position to ride in, just not very aggressive. And then if you wanted to get very aggressive, that's when a flatter seat comes into play. So a really flat seat, you can kind of reach over more and you can keep that plateau of flatness across your body. That puts you in a more aerodynamic position if you want to get aggressive while riding in the street.
At some point, you're going to be standing up with that seat.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
when you actually have a nice, more comfort seat, you're going to be more relaxed.
Yeah.
More chill. More cruising.
Yeah, there has been a lot of people that have recommended some seats too, that have had the very skinny, basically beginner seat, I would say, and the thicker seat with the gel padding, it has helped them out, because some people, we have a lot of customers that go do Uber Eats, do Postmates, and they're riding for a really long time. They got a bag on their back, they got some food, and they want to ride comfortable. So that is where we come into play, and we make sure that everyone has the specific type of seat. It could be a skinny seat with some gel padding, or it could be feathers, or it could also be, let's say, one of our big Cloud 9 seats. Those are very plushy. We have basically any type of seat that anyone would come and look for. And it all depends on the type of riding, and that's why we take our time to ask everyone what type of riding they will be doing.
And that's the most important key, because you don't want to hate your ride. You know, you're going to be riding, let's say, every day. You don't want to hate the feeling of riding your bike. You want to enjoy it. You want to, I love doing what I'm doing. I love riding to work.
Yeah.
That's your on-off goal.
Yeah, because then if you're groggy, then you
Yeah.
you don't
You're in a
get
good mood.
you don't get the excitement of riding your bike.
Exactly.
When you're comfortable on your bike, you're all like, yeah, I'm about to go ride my bike. You're all pumped and you're all ready to take on the streets. But then if you got like a hard seat, or your bars are too short, then you're not really gonna enjoy your ride. So it's like you really have to pay attention to how your bike is going to fit for you, and that is why basically we give out all of options to basically the exact same product, but just so you have different spaces and where you can go.
That's why choosing the correct commuting hybrid bike for your preference and for your style is important. Pretty much.
And getting the bike properly fitted for you as well. Seat height is a huge factor.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a big
they-
thing now.
And
It's always been a big thing.
a lot of people don't even think about it, but the angle of the seats.
Yes.
You can also slide the seat front or back, make your bike feel longer or shorter. And then depending on the type of hybrid, if your bars have up sweep or down sweep, you can angle your handlebars forward, back, or down, which will change your posture, the way your hands sit on your handlebars.
Even changing your stem on your bike makes a big difference.
difference.
So-
I think every single one of us.
I changed the
has changed
stem
the
on my
stem.
trail bike. I put a shorter one. I swear to God, I had a new bike. I was like,
Yeah,
holy
it's a
shit,
big
this is a new
difference.
bike.
That feeling is just so good.
A lot of people don't realize it until they actually do it.
Yeah.
Because when we explain it to a lot of the customers, they can see it, but they don't know how it really feels.
Yep.
So, and then when they actually make that decision to convert, right? Because it's a big conversion to just change your step.
Didn't you have one of those moments?
I had those moments. I had those moments. I had a drop bar road bike, and then I converted it into a flat bar. Nice ride, ball.
How did that change your life? Come on.
Look at my face, bro.
But just so everybody knows, like, this is what bike shops are here for. So it's very difficult to know what something's gonna feel like without actually trying it or riding it. Bike shops are here to work with you so you can figure out what bike works best.
Yes.
A lot of different style commuting bikes, pretty much anything's a commuting bike, lots of different style hybrids. And you can
Yes.
feel different things on your bike. You can try out different seats, try out different tires. You can run low pressure tires, high pressure tires, make a huge difference. Different grips, different bars.
You could change pretty much anything.
yeah.
Big customization in any bike nowadays.
And that kind of goes back to the couple that I was talking to today. I will not say their name to protect their identity, but so they were looking for a bike.
That was hardcore.
That was mad hardcore.
He said, I don't say no names.
Yeah, so they're looking for a bike that they can use, stick in their house real quick, and basically use it on the go. So I showed them our folding bike, our Sun SC7.
Oh, that was Lupita.
Yeah.
I was trying to catch you.
So
Which the folding bike is also considered a commuting bike.
yeah.
That was
so,
next on my list.
Yeah, when I was
Remind
showing them, I was basically showing them all the features that a lot of bikes do come with. So the Sun SC7, it does come with a rack, fenders front and back, reflectors, as all bikes do come with. And also the main feature is that it's a unisex bike. The bike can be used for anyone. And also a main feature that they really did like is that I showed them that the seat can be used as a kickstand, and you also have the traditional kickstand in the back. And also,
But let's keep in mind, because a lot of customers don't know this, and I like to throw it out to all of them, that it does come with a free front rack, free back rack,
yeah,
free front fender, and
Yeah,
free back
yeah.
fender, free back rack, free kickstand. And I like to point that out because on most bikes, all four of those accessories, you have to get separate.
Yeah.
So let's throw that out.
yeah, that's what I like about that bike. The bike
well,
almost
comes-
basically comes fully loaded.
Comes
It's
hot
like getting a car with the fully loaded package. You get
Exactly.
everything.
The premium package.
Yes.
The leather seats.
Exactly, pretty much.
So, the one thing that I showed them that they really liked was about the bars. The bars, it's almost like the seat. It has a quick release, and you could bring it up and down.
Yes.
And mainly because they're both two different heights. The boyfriend is a little bit taller, and the girlfriend, she is a little bit shorter. So it's a bike that they can both use. And
Oh, they was looking for
basically-
one bike.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I also let them know if they do have the time, they can also get a hybrid bike. A hybrid bike does fit the need.
Right.
And also I let them know that when riding a bike, not just the act of exercising and the act of just riding your bike, it's that, especially when you're going with family, you have more of a bond because it's just the two of you riding. And no one else is really paying attention to you. Everyone's doing what they have to do. So I feel like you get more of a connection when you're with someone that you're close with. And the cool thing about that is that,
But let's keep it real. When people are commuting, they're alone.
yeah,
They're trying to get somewhere.
Yeah, they're trying to get from A to B. They're
Yeah.
either trying to get from home to work, work to home,
Yeah.
home to the park, park to home. Basic commuting. You know what I mean?
And of course, this brings us to all in all benefits of commuting. You know, the first one's gonna be, it's a healthier way of transportation. So when you're riding your bike, you're exercising.
I think we should point out what's wrong after you're done. What's wrong with commuting?
Right, when the pros and cons.
You know what's wrong?
Yeah.
Well, you know what's wrong with commuting?
You want to break it down?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Continue with your pros. I'm sorry.
So, healthier way, it keeps you sharp. Let's say with your mind, it keeps you sharp because you're maneuvering different obstacles. You're going through a lot. So, riding your bike daily it like sharpens you up because you're able to respond quicker and get around all these obstacles. Everything, just always moving, constantly going with the flow of the city.
Yeah.
That's just to say. And of course, physical health, it keeps you shape. You're working out, you're getting that good
it keeps you active.
Yes.
At the end of the day, there's a lot of individuals that don't have much to do.
Right.
There's some retirees that they don't have much to do. Getting on a bike and commuting around your neighborhood keeps you active. It lets you see new things. You find new areas of where you live at. There's some individuals that be in a certain part of their community or their neighborhood, and they didn't know that the park was right across the street from their house.
Wait, can we talk now about this? The type of people that commute. So there's almost a stereotypical type of person that commutes on their bicycle every day. So your stereotypical type of person would be somebody who's very hyper and alert and kind of it's a free spirit, let's say, and doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
So those guys are always alert and aware. Those guys, you are not going to catch them slipping because they're always on their bike. So when you're out on your bike, you have to be aware of your surroundings.
Always on the go.
And then that's kind of one of the problems, at least in the city, with your kind of average Joe picking up a bike and trying to commute. They get very stressed. They find it very difficult to be out. Yeah, that was funny. So they find it very difficult to be out on the road all the time because it's so much stress to have to worry about everything around you. But only with practice and having the right bike will you feel comfortable and will you be able to actually commute on your bike.
Yes.
And also,
Then there's also the average commuter where you're just gonna go into the park and ride to get that exercise.
Yeah.
You're going around just to enjoy the weather. You know what I mean? We have a lot of
Your casual rider.
the casual average
Yeah.
commuter. Such as we have an individual, which I am gonna say his name, Mr. Domingo.
Oh,
that
that's
is
hardcore.
That is my hardcore casual average commuter, where he goes and he rides his bike to stay healthy, to stay alive, and he'll tell you that.
Yep.
And he goes about 26 miles. That's the first thing he'll ask you. How many miles do you do?
He's 63, by the way, and does 40 miles a day.
And that's my guy, Domingo. I'm saying his name. Thank
Sunday.
you.
Spanish.
He's hardcore.
So there's a lot of different type of commuters. There's also the commuters that I would consider delivery guys as commuters.
Yeah.
They constantly on the go. They have somewhere to go. They always have a goal.
They're commuting to the delivery.
They're commuting to the delivery.
Yeah.
Right or wrong.
But it's sad to see people who are uneducated in bikes and don't try to educate themselves or figure it out. Like we were talking about, there's no wrong commuting bike, but a lot of the delivery guys, let's be honest, they ride the wrong bikes.
Oh, they ride
They
the
ride
wrong
the wrong
bikes.
bikes.
They don't care.
They don't care.
They don't care.
It's either they just can't afford it, or it's not theirs, or they're forced to ride it for whatever reason. And having the right bike, if those guys have the right bike, we want to have this electric bike pandemic or plague, let's call it, because it's a freaking plague.
It is.
This fake e-bike thing that everybody's just going on with.
Ooh, so dangerous.
It's ruining the bike industry and it's very dangerous. But anyways, we already spoke about that in the previous one.
And you know that. You know
So this will lead us kind of into the gear you need.
Yes.
So Wilmer started off with introducing kind of our Save Your Life kit.
It has saved our lives. Let's
Patch
just
kit,
say.
tire lever, mini pump,
Yeah, it has.
multi-tool, saddlebag to carry everything in it, and a spare tube is very important to keep inside. It's
Yes.
pretty much everything you need to fix a flat or quickly do some adjustments on your bike.
Keep in mind that each one of those components in that kit, you can get it together or separate.
Yeah.
So just in case, I don't need all that. I just need one thing.
Yes, sir.
You can get that one thing, and we got it.
So the next thing that we're gonna talk about is what do you got, Fern?
Horns.
And bells and whistles.
So, I mean, I think the easiest way is they're tools to get people out of your way.
Yes.
So the easiest way to get somebody out of your way is make some noise.
Of course.
Yeah.
So these are noise.
Some people do yell though,
Yeah.
Some people yell.
Yeah.
and they don't care
I mean,
about yelling.
In New York, you have to yell. If you're out maybe in Arizona and you're riding down a nice smooth street and there's a slow old guy in front of you,
Right.
hit him with the horn.
Yeah.
They'll pay attention.
Yeah.
But the
And-
average New Yorker don't give
Yeah. So
craps.
in New York, you really have to pay attention to your horns because just of the fact that not only you are making sound, everyone is making noise. So basically, your noise is kind of being muffled. So that's why bells and horns, they help the projection. And if you're right next to a car and maybe you're in the car's blind spot, you can just hit your bell real quick. Some bells, they do have a sharp tone. So
Some bells are louder than
yeah,
others.
so
And we also have electric bells as well. We also
And
have
air horns.
refillable air horns, which you can
Yeah.
get it here as well. Any day except for Monday.
So bells and horns are not only a necessity, but it's also a legal matter. It is illegal
Yes.
for you not to have a noise-making device, bells, whistles, or horns. Unfortunately, you can't tell the officer that you yelled at somebody, so you need to have something on your bike that makes
Something
some
has
noise.
to be there.
Besides-
Even if you have a whistle around.
Besides squeaky brakes.
Watch out
Let
with
me put
a mammoth
Check out that
brakes.
Instagram video.
Yes. But something that is very important that I find important to always have on any bike.
What's that?
And especially with me, because I always have this on, I have lights.
Oh my god.
Several different
Frankie
type of
turns
lights.
on his bikes during the daytime, guys.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You can get battery power lights.
Yes,
You
children.
can get rechargeable lights. We have a lot of several different lights. Lights is gonna be very important. Why you may ask is important. I'm gonna tell you why. One of the biggest excuses that we did discuss. It's bright. I'm sorry.
Oh man, so bright.
The biggest excuse is that drivers, they did not see us. Pedestrians, they did not see us. They always have the same excuse. Even in the daylight, I always have my backlight on, no matter what. I don't care. I want to be seen. I've been hit before. We spoke about this.
Oh, man.
Watch the
Yeah.
previous episodes.
Yeah.
Lights are important. You want to be visual to everybody on the street, on the road, on the sidewalks, everywhere where you go. Get your lights. It doesn't matter if it's rechargeable. It doesn't matter if it's battery powered, which we have both.
Especially for our night riders out there.
Yes.
Very important for you to have
Those are the
lights.
extra hardcore guys. I'm gonna
Extra
throw that out
hardcore.
there.
Say,
Yes.
Those guys who ride at night.
Oh yeah. I
you
ride
have
at
to have
night.
your lights.
I'm gonna be riding at night
So by the way, guys,
Hardcore.
with my lights.
With your new brakes.
this is a 400 lumen light by Blackburn. Can we just take a moment to realize how hardcore they are?
Oh yeah. So
Yes.
let's talk about quickly more in depth about lights because there's lots of different lights. Like
Yes,
you know,
there
people
is.
can Google bike lights.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you'll have a million different lights that pop up, especially freaking Amazon cheap ass BS ones that don't
Unfortunately.
last. So if you get a quality light, same thing with anything, you get a quality light, you're gonna get a quality field of vision.
Yes.
So there's little different lights that have different beams, wide beams, direct beams, kind of half and half beams, or just
Soft light, hard light.
so it's very important to actually know what you're buying.
Yes.
And again, who's here for that?
Bike.
BikeLane.
But not only that though, but I don't want to hear no excuses that somebody's light is messed up or is cheapy choppy. You get what you paid for. If
Cheapy
Amazon
choppy.
got it and it's cheapy choppy, whose fault is that? Not my fault. I didn't sell it to you. I didn't recommend those to you. We got lights over here, and I'm gonna show you how it works. I'm gonna show you how it looks. I'm gonna show you how bright it is, and we're all gonna be here to show you.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about,
That was a lot.
of course, the main important thing when riding a bike.
So when you're commuting on your bike, you're obviously going somewhere. So when you get to your destination, where are you supposed to leave your bike?
Where are you gonna leave your bike?
Some places
Are you
There-
even gonna leave your bike?
There's some places now, if you go to like Williamsburg or LES or even Midtown, they have like indoor bike parking now. But even in indoor bike parking, you still want to be able to lock up your bike.
Lock up your bike.
So we already know this is New York.
Right.
Any major
Oh,
city,
yeah.
New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, San Francisco, wherever you go, major cities, there's gonna be theft.
Yes.
And
Sadly.
getting your bike
Sad.
stolen is a big deal. We
Sorry.
have several videos of how to protect your bike, how not to get your bike stolen, how to steal a bike.
We don't
We
condone.
talk
don't
about
condone.
this daily.
Yes.
This is a daily talk.
This
I
is
think
a big
we're
deal.
professional at talking about theft and safety.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have to be.
You have to.
So we
Oh.
pulled out this lock. Go ahead, friend.
I actually remembered. We have one of the really cheap locks that we actually cut those with some pliers.
It's a little experiment.
Oh yeah,
we did.
they
Yeah.
can check out our
Yes.
Instagram video.
Yeah,
Seconds.
Instagram.
Seconds.
Yeah, we really
Clippity
cut
clap.
it real quick.
It didn't sound like that.
Cheapy
but
choppy.
Yeah,
I like
you can
that.
say that.
So there's lots of different style locks. We have U-locks, cable locks, chain locks. We pulled out this lock because it's a U-lock and it happens to be one of Kryptonite's kind of mid-level U-locks. They have a rating on them. This one's a 6 out of 10.
All Kryptonite locks have ratings, by the way.
And it comes with a 4-foot cable. So you can use this U-lock to tie up your frame and back wheel to whatever you're gonna tie it up to, your bike rack, your pole, your fence, something secure, obviously, that's something you can pull it over. And then you can use your cable to secure your front wheel. Your front wheel, unfortunately, is the easiest thing to steal if you don't lock it up. We also have a video about that. People walk around with wrenches just to steal wheels. So you need to be able to lock your bike securely and properly wherever you go. So when you go to your local bike shop, you can say, hey, this is my bike. I need a lock to be able to lock up my bike. Every bike is different. This might not be the best lock for your bike. So stop into your local shop.
And of course, for your personal safety, we all definitely recommend 100%. Boom!
Helmets.
You don't want to get into an accident, and God forbid you don't have a helmet, you can suffer some serious injuries. We don't want that. We want you to be safe, wear your helmet, protect your noggin, most important.
Absolutely. Accidents do happen. Unfortunately, people fall. If you're riding a bike and you're commuting on it, you're most likely going to fall one time or another. I fall. I happen to enjoy it now because it's like, woo, but, you know, just don't get hurt.
Yeah.
Protect your brain.
And also, there is different style of helmets. There are normal helmets that don't have the special, basically, sauce. I'm gonna let you guys know. But that special sauce is MIPS. So, MIPS is mainly for, well, I see them in a lot of gyro helmets, or gyro helmets.
Zero.
Every company has MIPS in their helmets now.
Yeah.
So MIPS is just a web inside of the helmet that reinforces the foam in the helmet. So it wasn't like that before, so helmets had a shelf life. Helmets still have a shelf life, but they just last a little bit longer and could take more of an impact, especially a harder impact if you're going faster. Now people are going faster, especially because of e-bikes.
But it
And because
also
of the
gives a
hardcore
lot of,
commuting.
it definitely gives a lot of comfort as well.
Sorry I cut you off, friend, but
But
we gotta talk about
especially
kids'
for the kids, which I was going to jump into that.
Perfect.
Speaking of kids,
We
yeah,
also
helmets for kids
carry
too.
kids helmets as well. When you get a kid's bike, which there's several different type of kids bikes. Can we talk about several different type of kids bikes? We have the certain sizes, 12 inches. We actually have tricycles. There's a lot of different kids bikes that we can talk about.
Depending on the kid,
Yes.
you might need a big bike, a little bike. It doesn't matter the age. It's about the height and the comfort of your kid.
It's actually not only that, but the quality. These people nowadays are looking into kids bikes because they have flashy colors, they have cartoons on it, and they
Wait, you're talking about My Little Pony bike isn't cool?
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
It
What are
may
you
look
trying
cool,
to say, Pablo?
but it's a bad quality. That's what it is.
But the guy in Walmart told me it was high quality.
Yeah, so did Tricks is for Kids, but those cereals is bad for you, bro. They may look cool, but it's not good for you.
You silly rabbit.
We're talking about health here, guys. And the same way we talk about health, we talk about kids' bikes. I have kids as well. I talk about kids very seriously. That's something that I'm a very passionate about. Thank you. And when somebody comes in here with a cheapy choppy, colorful My Little Pony bike and it's for a kid, I'm gonna tell you straight up, wait 1 minute. We have a problem here. And I take it very seriously. Kids bikes you have to really look into. It's not all about just the kids riding it. If you have a bad quality kids bike, it's not gonna last. They can even get hurt. They can even get into an accident because they have a bad quality bike.
We had that customer that came in today, our Asian friend.
Yes.
And his back brake, it had a low quality bike. And his back brake actually just twisted up. Yeah, it turned off. I see the
But these are still going. Thanks for still joining us, guys.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
But yeah, anyway.
You can still
so,
pay attention.
His brake actually bent in to the bike itself because it was what is that? Cheapy choppy. And
Quality.
he only had one brake on his bike, and his
Yes.
one brake failed him. It literally bent because of the quality of the bike. Cheapest materials possible.
And this was a
what
very
this
young
company
kid.
did.
He's like what? 9,
like 8 or 9
8
years
or
old.
9?
Yeah.
This is the same kid that
That's
his
how-
parents come and send him.
Yep.
They give him $20 here, get this fixed. Get this fixed. I feel bad for this kid. I like this little kid. He's actually really cool. Unfortunately, he doesn't have parents doing their job.
Yep.
Important.
Sorry.
All right.
Well, let's keep this in mind as well. Kids bikes is one of the biggest bikes that we always do our general tune-up test
Yeah.
at the big department stores. So keep that in mind.
All right. Yes. Let's do a recap.
Recap.
I like that.
Oh,
So,
All right.
Bike
on
gear,
this.
bike equipment, bike accessories.
Very important to know what gear you need for your commute.
rather it be a belt, it could be a light,
Lights,
Lock.
helmet.
helmets. All of these are not to sell these to you. These are what we all need and what we all use on a regular
have used.
commuting basis.
Yep.
And when you don't have it, you're gonna get in trouble.
$150.
And we have different style commuting bikes, different style hybrids.
Yes.
What is the right bike for you? And the way to figure out the right bike is to, again, stop into your local professionals and have a chat.
Come back to us. All the questions, we'll definitely answer them for you without a problem. You
Yep.
want a little knowledge? We're here for you.
That's why we're here. And also, any answers, any questions are all free.
Of course.
You're welcome.
And this has been another episode of Bike Talk with BikeLane. I'm Ed.
BTB.
I'm Fernando.
Wilbur, of course.
And I'm Frankie with a Y, not an IE. Thank you very much for coming back to us. We shall see you again on the next episode. Like, comment, and subscribe.
And stay
Love
safe.
y'all.
Thank you.
You know the
Stay safe.
Vibrations.